Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. Today I'm in my RV kitchen so that I can have more space to show you how to prepare and pack an FBA shipment. Now I'm not going into the whole detail of like how to enter the item and even packing it into a box. But if you do want to see that, I have another video where I go over all in full detail how to do it step by step, so check that out. This video is going into how to prep the items and how to ship them and the requirements for shipping Amazon FBA, because there are some restrictions that you do need to know about. Alright, so let's start with the shipping prep. As always, all my supplies are linked below. It's in every video under the discounts and helpful links. I have my Amazon storefront where you can see all the products that I buy and use to sell on Amazon. Also, I have a new download when you sign up for my email list. So you get the rank guide, which has always been there, and now in addition to that, the free checklist, which basically breaks down all the stuff that I'm going to show you here today. So just head to my website and sign up for the email list. The link is below. That will direct you straight to sign up for the email list. You don't even have to go to my website. Let's get to it. First up is labeling. You always want to do the FN SKUs from Amazon. Don't do the merchant barcode. I did a whole other video on why you don't want to do it, but trust me, you do not want to do it. The video, I'll link it right here so you can know more if you're interested, but always do the Amazon FN SKU labels. They look like this when you print them out. I have been doing this since I started. I've never done the merchant SKUs, and when I found out what happens when you do a merchant SKU, I'm really glad I never did that. So anyways, you always want to do Amazon FN SKUs. When you're putting the label on the product, you want to cover the UPC that's already there, if at all possible. Sometimes there's multiple, sometimes it's in a weird place or it's on the edge and you can't cover it. But if you can cover it, you want to cover it. And when you do cover it, if you're putting your FN SKU and then you polybag it, which is how I do it, you just want to make sure that they can scan and read the label. So Amazon has to be able to scan and read the barcode no matter where you put it, so just double check that you're doing that right. Next up is polybagging. I have another video because I feel like I've done 100 videos, but I have another video that goes into more detail on polybagging. If you don't want to watch it, I'll break it down for you right here as well. If you can ever touch the product, so obviously clothing, backpacks, those kind of things you would put in a polybag. I never have an example to show like this. Would not need a polybag. Everything is there. If there was an eraser on the top and it was like, feel how soft it is or something like that, then you would have to polybag it because the actual product is showing. If the actual product is ever showing, polybag it. The littlest bit, you have to polybag it. It happens a lot with toys or like plush that's in a box, but it's like, feel how soft. You have to polybag it. If I was gonna sell this avocado, I would have to polybag it because you can touch the actual product. Polybag it. Something I didn't know for sure, but now I do, the polybag does have to be clear. So you can't use these poly mailers to polybag. You can use them for shipping stuff, but you cannot use it as your polybag. Has to be clear. The polybags also have to have a suffocation warning on them. So whenever you're looking for them on Amazon, you can get them from the link I provide below, but also if you're just looking on Amazon, you just want to like Google FBA polybags to make sure that it has a suffocation warning on it. The rule is anytime the opening laid flat measures more than 5 inches, I just make sure it's on all of them because it's not that hard. This is a polybag set I recently bought. I think it was like $30 for the whole set of them. It's 400, 4 different sizes. So they are inexpensive. It's kind of a lot when you're first buying them, but in the long run, they are inexpensive. If you are ever doing a set, you have to mark it, this is a set. These are the stickers I use. They just say this is a set. So if, for example, I was doing a Scotty Pillar plus Goo Gone, which are must items by the way, but if I was doing a set of this, I would just polybag it and then put this is a set sticker on it so that Amazon knows this is a set, do not separate. If your items are like bigger, like you have a bunch of juice boxes or something, you can box them, cardboard box, you don't have to see it, but you do want to have the FN SKU on the outside and then this is a set on the outside so Amazon knows that this is a complete set, ship it like that. And last thing on the prep side is the expiration dates. Beauty and grocery items have expiration dates. Sometimes they don't always have it on the item and I'll just say, okay, it's a year out or whatnot, pick a date. But if it has it on there, you have to put the expiration date when you're entering in your information in the shipment. Amazon also requires you to label them. I literally didn't know this until I was just researching it for this video. I have never put an expiration date on the product. If the manufacturer wanted it, it would be on there. That's my take anyways, and I've never had an issue with it, so I'm not going to start doing it, but if you want to, you can. I don't have any more information on it because like I said, I don't do it. Alright, so you've gotten your whole shipment prepped and packed up and ready to go. Now you want to box it. So I guess it's not packed up, but it's ready to go. So these are the requirements for FBA small parcel shipments, which is what I do and probably what you're doing. If you're doing truckload, you probably should be watching my video because I don't have any tips for truckload. This is for the smaller parcel box shipments, not a big, huge pallet truckload requirements. So when you're boxing things up, the longest side of a box cannot be longer than 25 inches. Sometimes if a product is oversized, obviously Amazon knows that that product is oversized and the box is going to be bigger than that. But for everyday, like multiple items that you're putting into one box to send to Amazon, it cannot be longer than 25 inches on the longest side. As you are putting all your items into the box, one box cannot be over 50 pounds. If the item itself is over 50 pounds, whoa, you got a big one. I've never actually done that, but if you did do it, then it's okay. You just have to put special labels that says like team lift. If it's over 100 pounds, then you have to have use a mechanical lift sticker. Again, these are not things I've ever had to do. A lot of items in one box over 50 pounds actually happens quite a lot, especially when you're doing beauty items, because those things can start to add up if you're doing like lotions and that kind of stuff. So Amazon means business. If you are sending a multi-pack box of different items and if it's over 50 pounds, they're going to send you a warning. And if you keep doing it, they will revoke your FBA privileges, and you do not want that. I like to stick to like 46, 47 pounds or less just to account for any errors on my scale or their scale. So you do want to make sure it is under 50 pounds. And if you're getting over 50 pounds, what I do is I just take out the heavy items, put them in a smaller box, and it's good to go. And the last tip is that if you have a box and it is like not full enough, you don't have enough stuff to fill the box, all I do is I use this as a measure. So I'll go, okay, the top product is right here, so I'll just slice the corners of every box and then fold the box down. You also want to use padding. I will sometimes use ripped up Trader Joe's bags, the paper bags, or I have craft paper that I use, or when you get stuff from Amazon, like your supplies, they'll put the air bubbles. I just keep those and stuff them in when I send stuff back to Amazon. Recycle. Then I totally forgot to talk about this, so I'll just talk about it really quickly. So this is a costume, and it has the price on it right here. So what I do is I'll just like Sharpie over and stick the FN SKU right over there. If there's multiple prices, then I use a piece of black duct tape. I just cut it and then I stick that over it. So that's how I handle if there's multiple prices on an item. Because it does take more prep, I consider that when I'm in-store scanning, like, is the profit worth all the extra prep it's gonna take? Just a little tip. I brought all my props out and I forgot to use them. This is the scale I use. I had a little dinky one. It was like smaller and the cable wasn't long enough, so it was like trying to get the box on there and not touch it. It was a whole fiasco. Anyways, I got this one. It's like $35, I think, and I have had it for 2 years and I love it. It works amazing, and the platform is bigger since I do a lot of big boxes. Alright, that is it. That's all I got for you as far as Amazon FBA prep and shipping. Make sure it is not over 50 pounds. That is the main thing. And if all else fails, polybag it. You can never over polybag something. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you need help ungating, I have my ungating guides below. They are affordable and priced for new sellers. If you need any help, feel free to leave me a comment or ask a question. I will answer it in another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you back here for another Amazon selling video.